students, how are you? Hope you all are fine and safe. So student, once again welcome back to your maths class. I am your class subject teacher Divya Sharma, and today I am going to start with exercise 5.4. So students, I have already done till 5.3. 5.3 exercise PDF I have sent you yesterday. So I hope you all have done in your copy. So students, let's start with 5.4 exercise. This 5.4 exercise is mainly based on problem sums, statement sums. How to do the statement sums? Let's start doing that. Now question number 1. First you understand the meaning of the question. Question number 1. 49 stems are to be shared equally by 7 boys. Student, this is exercise 5.4, page number 94. So open your book in front of you, start reading the question, and I am going to make you understand the statements, how to write the statements, and then do in your book and copy both. So question number 1. 49 stems are to be shared equally by 7 boys. So total stems are 49 and total number of boys are 7. So the question is, how many stems will each boy get? So we have to find it out here, that how many stems will each boy get. One boy get how many stems? So this we will find out by dividing 49 by 7, and we'll get the answer that how many stems will each boy get. So first of all, total number of stems. Total number of stems are how many? That is 49. Then total number of boys or number of boys, boys are 7. Between 7 boys we have to distribute these 49 stems. So each boy will get stems is equal to 49 divided by 7. Now here simple division, you have to run the table of 7. 7 ones are 7, 7 twos are 14, 7 threes are 21, 7 fours are 28, 7 fives are 35, 7 sixes are 42, 7 sevens are 49. So in the table of 7, where 49 lies? At 7. So we have to write it here 7. This is 7, and under 49 you have to write 49 and then subtract, and you will get the answer that each boy get how many stems? 7. This is your answer. Understand students? This is how you have to do this statement sums. Now one more sum I am make you understand, that is question number 2. Now see, 6 boxes have 66 marbles in all. There are 6 boxes, and in that 6 boxes how many marbles are there? 66 marbles are there. If there are an equal number of marbles in all the boxes, so if there are equal number in all the boxes, there are equal marbles. Okay, then how many marbles are there in each box? Here also we have to find out the quantity in each box, that how many marbles are there in each box, in one box. So what you have to do, that is same as question number 1. First of all, you have to write total number of marbles, then total number of boxes, then marble in each box, that is 66 divided by 6, and you will find the answer. This is how you have to do that question. If you make me to understand this, I think if you understand this question, then question number 2 is very easy for you to understand. Now we come to the question number 3. 150 coins need to be put in 5 money banks. So total number of coins are 150, and these coins we have to put it in how many money banks? 5. If each money bank is have to is have an equal number of coins, how many coins will have to be put in each money bank? So this question is also same, but I'll do for you this question. So here in place of stems I have to write, see here, total number of coins. How many? This is question number 3. How many total number of coins? That is 150. Then how many money banks? Total number of money banks. Money banks, that are 5. So our question is, what is the question? You see what the question want. How many coins will have to be put in each money bank? This is our question. And when you are writing the statement, don't write how many in the question. Okay, don't write how many. Now how many coins they are asking, that how many coins will be put in the each bank. So you have to give the answer and you have to write that coins put in each bank. Don't write how many in the answer. When we are writing like this, doing the question answer like this, solving the question, don't write how many word in this answer. That is wrong statement. Okay, so we'll write here coins in each money bank. How you will find this? This you will find by dividing 150 by 5. Okay, so I am doing it here so that it will be easy for you to understand and clear also. 150 divided by 5. Now see 5. 5. First you take these two digits. 5 3s are 15. 15. Then subtract 15 from 15, you will get 0. Then don't ignore this 0. This is zeros plays a very important role in the question. Now bring this 0 down here. Now divide this 0 with 5. This is the property of division, that when you are dividing any number with 0, the answer will be 0. So when you are dividing 0 with 5, the answer will be 5. The answer will be 0, sorry. When you are dividing 0 with 5, the answer will be 0. So here the answer will 0. This 0 will come up. Don't ignore this 0. Don't forget to write the 0. Otherwise your answer will be wrong. As I have told you before also, that when you are doing the sums like this, you should check it. Now how the checking? How you will do checking? That is, see, the answer is 30 here. 30 multiplied by 5 is equal to 150. That is this number. It means that our division is correct. So when you have any confusion regarding these questions where the zeros are there, then you should check your answer. If you will not put the 0 here, then answer will be 3 5s are 15, and that is wrong. So don't ignore this 0. Always remember to divide this 0 with the number given. Okay. Now how many coins in each bank? That is 30. This is your answer. Understand, students? I hope you understand this question. This is very easy. So once you do, then you will understand it. Now we come to the question number 4. In question number 4, 4 buses can seat 160 students. So number of buses are 4, and in 4 buses how many students can sit? That is 160. If each bus has the same number of students, अगर हर एक बस में same number of students बैठते हैं, then how many students can be sit in one bus? So how to write the statement of this question? Let's see. Same statements are there. Now see, total number of, first you write students. Total number of students हैं कितने? That is 160. Total number of buses, that is 4. That are 4. Okay. So student in each bus. In each bus. How many students will sit in each bus? That you will find out by dividing 160 with 4. So here we will divide 160 with 4. 4 fours are 16. As I have told you, don't ignore this 0. Bring this 0 down. And then divide this 0 with 4. 0 fours are 0. And your answer is 40. Understand, student? This is how you have to do this question. Now we come to the question number 5. 9 audio CDs contains 189 songs with an equal number of songs in it. Now here, total number of songs are 189. Total number of audio CDs are 9. And you have to find out that how many songs are there in each CD. Okay. So this is also the sum of division only. So see here. Question number 4. No, question number 5. Now see here. Total number of songs 189. Number of CDs 9. Number of songs in each CD 189 will divided by 9. Now see here, how should I divide 189 with 9? Drill the table of 9 and first see these two digits. Okay, 9 2s are 18. Put 18 under 18. Subtract the digits. You will get 0. Bring this 9 down. 9 1s are 9. And your answer is 21. So how many songs are there in each CD? 21 songs are there in each CD. Okay, this is how you have to do this question. Now we come to the question number 6. Suhail has rupees 33 in his pocket. He distributed the money equally among 3 friends. सुहेल के पास कितने पैसे हैं? 33 रुपीज हैं उसकी पॉकेट में और उसने वो 33 रुपीज अपने 3 फ्रेंड्स में इक्वली डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करने हैं. सो टोटल नंबर ऑफ मनी 33, टोटल अमाउंट ऑफ मनी 33, देन नंबर ऑफ फ्रेंड्स 3, amount distributed equally among 3 friends, that is 33 divided by 3, that is 11 rupees. 11 rupees will be distributed between 3 friends. Okay students, I hope you understand this exercise. So students, do it very carefully, understand the question, write the statement of your own also. Don't think that what is statement I have written you have to write that statement. You can make your own statement, but that should be to the point and related with the question. Okay students, you can make any statements you like, but it should be related with the question. It should be the correct. Okay. Do this exercise in your fair copy and the book for practice. Understand? Thank you.